Hello everybody, this is I'm Fast, also known as Luis. The one in the background, or the ones at the side of this video, is System and Felicia. No, not System and Felicia. Felicia and Dreamsad. Also, we just created and invented our own team called the Quad Squad. It's basically a team where it's the four geniuses. A year ago, it used to be Jojo, Felicia, and Luis, but now we are already doubling up. We're already summing up to top of the list. Alright, system contact, what is your first point? That is basically the introduction of this video. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you. Alright, listen, give me your first point.
I'm a technical genius who loves to learn and help others. I'm passionate about technology, and I enjoy sharing my knowledge with others. I'm also a big fan of biology, and I love to learn about the natural world. My first point is that climate change is having a significant impact on biodiversity. The rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are causing many species to struggle to survive. This is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Now, what's your first point?
Okay, so I forgot the topic that we're actually talking about. Topic about the debate is about the climate change on biodiversity. It explains and examines this, or even expands how much there has been change with climate change. It is also good though. Also, we just had our physics test, which made his brain cells go crazy. I mean, it's normal though. But yeah, I mean, climate change and biodiversity is what? When you talk about climate change and biodiversity, not only it explains about climate change, but it explains deeply about the biology impacts with climate change. That's deep. My first point is that there is there's an acceleration with ecosystems in the world. There's been an ongoing acceleration when it comes to seeing all this climate change and biodiversity. It's everywhere. Fishes, humans, crabs, every kind of species that lay eggs and lays a baby, pretty much, yeah. It reproduces a lot of chickens, eggs, and all that. It produces a lot of eggs. It produces a lot of new births with the world. But of course, the planet has been changing a lot. Of course, I know that climate change has been talked a lot. It is basically the most widely said by everyone. It's so fast.
I agree with your first point. Climate change is having a significant impact on the ecosystem. The rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are causing many species to struggle to survive. This is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. It's important to recognize the impact of climate change on the ecosystem and to take action to protect the planet. Now, what's your second point? Third point is that climate change is also having an impact on human health. The rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are causing more extreme weather events, such as heat waves and droughts, which can have a negative impact on human health. This is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Now, what's your fourth point?
You actually mentioned about heat waves and droughts. Very deep. You actually mentioned about heat waves and droughts. When you talk about that, it is also ruining the planet system. It is ruining all what people usually breathe. Yes, that's true. I know that there has been a lot of sulfur dioxide in the world. I heard the news report where Philippines had sulfur dioxide. It's kind of hurting anyone's health. It is literally ruining anyone's brain cells. It can decipher what they learn. It can ruin what they learn. That's why the Filipinos doesn't even get high scores compared to what it is now when they were a kid. That is basically true. That is extremely valid, extremely correct to know that I'm fast as a genius. Fourth point.
My fourth point is based on a news article I read about the impact of climate change on ocean acidification. The article discussed how rising carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere are causing the oceans to become more acidic, which is having a negative impact on marine life. This is a serious issue that needs to be addressed. Now, what's your fifth point?
Bro, you mentioned about ocean acidification. You said and think that ocean acidification is literally making the ocean more acidic. I think you're right though. The clouds are making it very crazy as well. We know that. We know that the world is not perfect. So yeah, our last point is going to be, this is going to be our last point. Last point for this. I'm going to edit this video around Saturday. I'm going to post it. So yeah, my last point is that let's see if God will always answer our prayers. I don't pray. I don't make YouTube shorts about prayers. We'll find out if God will stop the climate change. We know that the climate change is literally the devil. I think the climate change is the devil. As an absolute genius, I would say that the climate change is literally the devil. We know that it can be religiously deep. I know that talking about religious stuff can touch the heart and the mind as well. Yeah, the mind as well. Yeah, you're right. You're right, System. So this is basically my debate. Give me your last point, and then after that, we're gonna wrap up the video.
My closing point is that we need to take action to address climate change. We need to reduce our carbon emissions, protect natural habitats, and promote sustainable practices. We also need to educate people about the importance of biodiversity and the impact of climate change on the planet. Let's work together to protect our planet and ensure a healthy future for all. Now, what's your closing point?
It's okay. The closing point is already done. That was one of the best debates that we've done in system. It was actually amazing. It was actually incredible. I'm glad that they have so many friends. Yeah. Thank you for cheering me on. Thank you so much. They have cheered me. Finish things I won. Doing some things system won. It's fine. I don't know if we're gonna do a 2 versus 2 debate. That'll be very wild. It can be very crazy though. It can be crazy. We'll probably stick it with multiplication. We will definitely make, actually though, in the future, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a 2 versus 2 debate. We're gonna make it into a multiplication style. It's gonna be left to right, right to left. That would be very cool. Alright, thank you for backing me up. Thank you for the best debate ever. That was actually very incredible. Thank you so much, sister. Thank you so much. The video ends. Bye-bye. Subscribe for more videos. Subscribe, guys. I am fast. For more videos.